What is up, people? I'm hoping that you are good. I've got a console here for repair. PlayStation 5, the digital version. Yeah, non-disc. Anyways, the console is, I would say, dead. It's not dead as much. Blue light and then off. So I can see that it's been worked on based on this over here. It's not supposed to be popped out like that. It should be inside like the other side. This side you can't even see it, but it's popping out here. So someone has opened this and failed to close it properly. Anyways, pressing the power button. There we go. That's all we're getting. Blue light and then off. So I'm gonna open it up and then we can see what's happening inside and continue from there. Alright guys, so the console is open as you can see, and it's carrying nothing but bad news for us. Yeah, this is very bad. It's sort of sticky. I don't like this. You never know what it is. Let me try to sniff it. It smells like sugar. Yeah, it smells like sugar. And as you can see here, the screw is kind of loose. It's not even closing properly. Here a screw is missing. Yeah. So this is not something I would say I've got a lot of hope for. But anyways, let's figure it out. Let's see what's gonna happen when we open it up. So I'm gonna pause again and check off all the screws. Alright, so got it open. Just took off the LED cable, the power button, and I'm gonna pop it out of the chassis. Something is still holding it down. Oh, there's one screw here. No, this has to come off. Alright, so I'm gonna take it off and then continue the video from there, because oh yeah, there's still two more screws here at the bottom that I've forgotten about. Which has been to someone's hands before. Alright, so we'll start simple. Fuses. We'll start with the fuses. I think those are the easiest to go for. So I'll pull out to a bigger view, I guess. So I've got F7000 here, 7002, and that's working. What other fuses here this side? We do not have any other fuse, so yeah, let's check the other side. We've got F7001, that's working. I've got F5402 over here and F5401, but they do not exist. They are non-existent, as you can see. It's supposed to be sitting here and there, but they don't exist. So let's check what else. F7502, and that is working. We've got F3501 over here. That's working. F7501. I don't see where it is exactly. Here. And that is working. F5302. Guess it's this. That is working. 3501. I think I've already measured this. So yeah, I don't think any of the fuses have blown. I don't think any of them are blown. They all seem to be fine. So what could be the issue? What could be the issue? So I'll generally go around the network card. Usually around the network card there's these caps over here that usually get shorted out. I've worked on one before where these caps were shorted out. And we are not lucky today. Not at all. No luck. Everyone seems to be fine. Alright, let's just go a bit more on the inductors, see if any of them has got a a low resistance or 0 ohm resistance. This one has got 1 ohm, 0 ohms actually. I mean, look at this. These are obviously the power phases for the APU, right? And when we're measuring in a pip mode, got like 0 ohm, which is normal in a way because these are basically for the supplying power to the CPU through the APU. So you can see it's actually 0.3 ohms. It's not 0 ohms. Let's check this one on the other end. This one has got 0.01. The lowest resistance on this motherboard should be at least over here, because we know. Oh dang, this is out of frame. Anyways, this is what I was saying. When we're measuring around these, we've got like 0.3 ohm resistance, and these are power phases that are feeding the APU. So that's normal, that's expected. But this is not feeding the APU in any way. And it's got 0.01. It actually has got a lower resistance compared to these. So there's an issue there. So that'll be ground and that'll be positive. And yeah, so I think there is an issue over here. We can just, you can see around these caps we've got 0 ohms over here, and we've got a beep on this. We've got a 0 ohm resistance on this MOSFET as well. So I've got an issue somewhere over here, because the lowest resistance on the motherboard, it's usually around the CPU, GPU. In this case, since it's the APU, a combination of the CPU and GPU, the lowest resistance should be here, and not here, not at all. So we're going to take that off. Should we inject voltage? Not a fan of voltage injection on these, but anyways, I'll do that. I will do a voltage injection, but at a very low voltage. And unfortunately, my cat phone is split. It's a Sunday today, and we last used this phone on Friday or even Thursday. I'm not so sure. So yeah, as long as no one is using it, no one charges it. Right, so I'm gonna plug these to the charger, and we can give it a few seconds. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm tempted to actually lift the MOSFET off and see if the short goes, because as I'm measuring here, got a buzz. We don't have a buzz this side, which means this is our ground line. So this should be our ground side, and this should be our positive over here. So our output is actually 0 ohm this side. So the issue could be that this MOSFET is now bringing, because as you can see, this is the ground. Let me try to zoom closer. So as I was saying, when we measure like this on these capacitors, we've got a buzz this side. We've got a buzz this side, no buzz this side, which means this is ground. So this should be the ground coming into this MOSFET. So if this MOSFET is faulty, it can actually allow ground to pass through coming this side. Now coming to the output, because these are connected, this is ground and this is the positive side, which is on the output of this inductor over here. So these are connected all the way to this MOSFET, but on its positive side. So let's take it off. Let's take it off and see if that kind of solves our problem. I'm hoping that it does. Yeah, and I'm hoping that whatever this is supplying, it's not the south bridge or something related to the south bridge, because if it is, I might as well just continue with other work. It's not like the south bridge can't be done, it can be done, but yeah, it's a lot of work. So I would need to schedule it for another time. Don't be stubborn. Just cooperate. Oh, my water is still gaining temperature, that's why. But anyways, in just a few seconds time it should be hot enough. Whoa! And that was not supposed to happen. Simply means I'm forcing it to come out when it's not hot enough yet. So the best way is to preheat the area around, heat everywhere around, so that when you're now focusing on the component, the heat doesn't go to the rest of the motherboard. So I've got that MOSFET off. Let's see if we still have a short. We do not actually have a short anymore. It has kind of increased, because I remember it was 0. I've got 2. So yeah, I'm not so sure if that's no, that's not a short. Let me see the resistance now. 1.6 ohms, so that should be fine. Let me just check this MOSFET. As much as it's broken, I should be able to tell if it was dead, and it was not. I don't have a buzz coming from it, probably because I broke it. So yeah, I'm not so confident anymore. I'll let the motherboard cool down. And then I'll try to measure again. But in the meantime, I can probe just in the area around. I just probe in the area around to see if I've got a short circuit anywhere else. So I'm just checking anywhere around the motherboard to see if there's a random place that I could get a short coming from there. I don't seem to have any dead shots. It all seems to be fine. Okay, so we're back to 0 ohms, which means our short is still there. So the motherboard has cooled down and now we're back to 0 ohms. So let's just flip it around and see if there's anything obvious, and I don't see anything obvious at all. There's nothing obvious at all. Okay, I'm gonna switch off that water station because it's making noise. Switch on my phone. So I've got 6%. This should be able to switch on. The battery on it is bad, very bad. But it can last even a day, as long as you're not using it. But if you start using it, like it'll go off. It will definitely go off. So while it's switching on, I'm just trying to see if I can pick out something obvious. Yes, because we prefer obvious problems. It means I'll work less and get paid same amount. Because with the repairs, there's always a point. You can charge, yes, but up to a point. Yeah, you can't charge up to a reasonable amount of buying a second hand of the same thing. So yeah. Alright, I've got the phone on now. Let's open the My Play software. To hook up our short killer to ground, then come with positive. So I've kind of set it to 1 volt, because I don't know how many volts is going into that circuit ideally. Alright, I'm just waiting for that switch here to go off so that it doesn't make noise for me. Anyways, I guess I can start now. I'm gonna pull out the camera so that you can see the cat phone better. Okay. Alright, so this is where we are, guys. We've got a rough temperature of 30 degrees. Well, no, maybe because I was heating it before, because it kind of feels like it's a lot of heat. 27 degrees, thereabout. So I'm gonna inject voltage now. So something is drawing 5 amps. Something over here. Seems like it's one of these caps. Let me do it again. Right now we have a rough temperature of around got a rough temperature of around 34 degrees. So let me inject and see. Oh, come on. What's that? I don't know what software opened there. So I've got a rough temperature of around 34 degrees. So let me inject it here. It's not really increasing. I would guess the issue is around here, because this is the only place which is actually increasing. There, 36, 37. But it feels like it's the... Is it at the back? Oh yes, it's at the back. At the back. Here where I'm holding. Right over here. Right over here. I'll show you somewhere here. Somewhere over here where I was holding now. Okay. So it has to be this cap. This one is not buzzing, this is buzzing. It has to be either this cap or this guy. So I'm gonna take this guy off and then we can see from there. I'm gonna inject voltage just for you guys to see. So that's why we couldn't easily see. So you can see there. The hit spot is somewhere. Am I right? Yes, it's this cap. It's definitely that cap. So I'm gonna take it off. So it's this cap over here. That's the one that's giving us issues. But we still have a short around there. Nope, short is gone. Ground, short is gone. So we had a bad cap. Let me attend to someone at the door, then I'll be back. Alright, so while I was attending to the door, I also got the donor board here. So that I can replace that MOSFET which we took off in at first. So I'm taking the MOSFET from PlayStation 4 motherboard. So that should just work fine. Okay. Why is it so difficult? I don't think the motherboard is heated up enough. There we go. That was a nightmare. Alright, there we go. Just gonna run it with the solder to make sure the pins are connecting, but otherwise I know it's good. That's fine. So let's measure again, see if our short circuit is gone. That's ground and that's positive, and we're good. Ground, positive, so we are sorted out. Yep. Okay, so we can put this back in the chassis and test. So I'll pause for a few minutes and assemble the console back, and then I can test it out for you. Alright, so I've got it back in the chassis. So we should be able to test like this. I'll plug it with power. Hold on a few minutes, few seconds actually, and should be able to press the power button. Got a fan spin. Yep, got a fan spin. And the blue light is solid now, it's no longer switching off. So you can see I haven't even replaced the cap yet. It was over there. So yeah, I've got a white light. So I'll take this off and test it out on the TV. Okay, guess I can test it on this TV over here, because I was testing this PS4 Slim, which had come in as dead, with a dead power supply. And I think you saw a video. Oh no, I haven't posted that video yet. I haven't had time to edit the video yet. So HDMI, power. Alright, where's the remote? We need to go HDMI 2. Huh, actually switched on its own as soon as it detected the TV. There we go. This is sorted, guys. This is working. How nice. And this TV has been here, what, almost a month now since I fixed it. The owner doesn't want to collect. I'll end up mounting it to the wall. Okay, it's back. Let's hope there's nice games in there. I'm gonna enjoy this. Yeah, PS5 wasn't turned off properly what I want, so this is fixed, guys. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace that cap, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in another video. Cheers and goodbye.